Does it ever feel like you're fighting against yourself? You say you want to be in a healthy, loving relationship, yet you keep ending up with partners who dim your light and make you feel worthless. Or maybe you commit to a new food plan and toss out all the junk food in your cupboards, and then you feel empowered just to find yourself back at the store in a couple of days buying everything you just got rid of. Or worse, maybe you pull it out of the trash and eat it. Now, I'm not going to judge you because I've done it, so just don't judge me. Or maybe you run your own business and you know exactly what you need to do to succeed, but yet you keep procrastinating or getting sidetracked or maybe focusing on the tasks that don't really push anything forward. This isn't a lack of willpower. If you're sabotaging your success in any area of your life, your subconscious mind is front and center and it's running the show. In today's video, we're going to cover what is the subconscious mind, how it gets programmed, what influences it, and how it sabotages your chances at success, and what you can do about it. And throughout this video, if you get any ahas or epiphanies about your experience, please share it in the comments down below because I'd love to hear it. So what is the subconscious mind? Your subconscious mind controls about 93 to 97% of your decisions, behaviors, and biological functions. It manages your heartbeat, cellular activity, immune responses, menstrual cycles if you're a lady, basically everything that keeps you alive. But that includes your emotional and behavioral patterns as well. Your conscious mind, your prefrontal cortex, your logical thinking mind, you also use to make decisions, but you're only aware of about 5% of the decisions that you're making, and 95% of your decisions you're not consciously aware of. Your subconscious mind is where your beliefs, habits, trauma, emotional associations, and automatic behaviors are stored, especially those that are formed early on in life. Think of your mind kind of like an iceberg. Your conscious mind is the tip on top of the water. It's the visible part. It's small. But the subconscious mind is the massive structure underneath the water, and it's shaping your entire direction of your life. If you're unaware of it, it can cause all sorts of damage without you even realizing it. So how does the subconscious mind get programmed? So from about the third trimester where you're in your mother's womb up into the age of 7, your subconscious mind is wide open and it's downloading everything. It's the only thing online. Your conscious mind, your prefrontal cortex, doesn't come online until later. It comes online and it fully develops in your late 20s and 30s. So by the time you're an adult, most of the operating system that's in your mind or the programs that you downloaded were downloaded for in those first 7 years. The reason why this is important is because the conscious mind doesn't come online until later, and that helps us to think logically and rationally. So as children, we don't really have access to that ability yet. We don't have the ability to go, Mom and Dad are acting crazy right now because they're stressed at their jobs and they're worried about putting food on the table. No. We don't have that ability as a little kid. All we can do as little ones is try to make sense of the situation that we're experiencing, but we don't have access to the logical thinking mind. So if Mom snaps at us because she's stressed, we don't understand that she's stressed. So we point the finger at ourselves and we go, oh, Mom's mad because of me. I must be the problem. And when this happens, it's those conclusions that our little mind comes to that start to program our subconscious mind. Let me give you an example. I like to use this one. You're a 3-year-old little kid and you come into the kitchen and you ask your mommy for a sandwich, and Mom's stressed out and she yells at you and she snaps at you and she says, go make a sandwich on your own. Like, I'm busy, leave me alone. You don't understand that Mom's stressed and going through things. You don't understand that it's not about you. You think it's about you. The subconscious mind thinks it's about you, and it tries to make sense of the situation by pointing the finger at you. And so what happens is the subconscious mind goes, oh, Mom's pissed. If I ask for what I need, I lose connection. Okay, so you want to know what gets installed into the subconscious mind? It is not safe to ask for what I need and want because I will lose connection. Now, according to Gabor Mate, trauma is not what happens to you. Trauma is what happens inside of you as a result of what happens to you. It's the meaning your mind is making of the situation. So whatever trauma you experienced, your subconscious mind will log that trauma as safe because you survived it. This is why children who see and experience abuse growing up are more likely to find themselves as adults in relationships with partners who will abuse them. The number one job of the subconscious mind is to keep you alive. It's the number one job, and it does not care if you're happy. It cares that you are alive, and it will have you relive what you've experienced before because it knows how to survive that. The subconscious mind is kind of like a thermostat in your house. It always tries to return you back to the temperature that it's been set to. If you try to reach a different experience, aka the temperature goes up 10 degrees, the thermostat kicks in and returns you back to what it's been set at. That set temperature is what you experienced as a child. So it's going to return you back to what's familiar, to what feels safe, to what it can survive and navigate. Familiar to the subconscious mind equals safe, even if safe is painful. So your subconscious beliefs are distorting your perception of reality, believe it or not. Your subconscious is running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not taking a break. Even when you sleep, it's still running. And it's recording at a rate that would challenge some of the world's most powerful computers. The download rate of the subconscious mind has been measured anywhere between 2.2 to 11 million pieces of data per second. That's incredibly fast. There's a large amount of information out there, and the brain can't possibly take it all in. So one of the ways it filters is through looking for repetitive content. So look for that and store that as, okay, this is what's survivable, this is what's safe. Another way it'll filter it is through your reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system is a filtering system that allows your brain to take in only the information that's necessary for your survival. And it will prioritize that information. And it will use your subconscious beliefs to help filter that information. So let's say you have a subconscious belief that you're a failure. And guess what type of information you're going to notice? You're going to notice the signs that prove that you're a failure, just to reinforce that belief. And guess how you will act? Most likely like a failure. Your subconscious beliefs shape your perception of reality. You don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. So if you believe you're going to be abandoned, you're going to zero in on any sign of your partner possibly abandoning you, while deleting and distorting all the evidence to the contrary, causing you to sabotage your relationships. But you don't realize that you're doing it. And if you subconsciously believe that success is dangerous, guess what? You'll sabotage that too, because your subconscious is trying to protect you from what could possibly be a threat to your survival. So another thing that's important to understand when it comes to your self-sabotaging behaviors is that your subconscious mind wants you to belong to the group. And belonging and going along with the group is what ensures your survival. If you think back in caveman days, if you were a pregnant woman and you didn't go along with the group, you could be excluded from the group. And because you're a pregnant woman, that's going to put you at a big risk for being out in the wilderness on your own. You need the protection of the group in order to survive. Even if you're not a pregnant woman, even if you're a young man, you need the group to survive. So your subconscious mind will mirror those you surround yourself with because it wants you to be like the tribe. Even if it means you're betraying your own desires. It doesn't care if it's right, ethical, or fulfilling. It just wants you to be accepted by the tribe so you can be safe. And to make sure that happens, it will make sure that you do what the group is doing. That's why you might work a job you hate and never start your own business, because your family values a 9-to-5 job. To the subconscious mind, starting your own business violates your right to belong to the tribe. You might stay in a toxic relationship because your mother or father is an alcoholic, and those are the dynamics of the group that you belong to. You might have a hard time losing weight because your group of friends are all overweight. And being thin and toned, well, it might cause them to get jealous and not like you. And then out of the group you go. So your subconscious mind will sabotage your efforts at changing, at becoming a better person, and prioritize your belonging to the group that you're surrounded by to ensure your survival. As Jim Rohn says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and now we know why that is. Your subconscious mind is going to mimic whatever it sees repeated in the group. If a certain behavior gets rewarded with love, praise, attention, or a reward, your subconscious mind marks it as safe, even if those behaviors are highly dysfunctional. Just to share some examples with you, we can look at drinking. You know, where people drink in large groups, and they'll probably drink more than they usually do because all their friends are doing it. A lot of kids get married at a really young age, regardless of whether or not this person is a good fit for them, just because it's what everyone else has done in the family. Or staying quiet about an injustice because speaking out gets you attacked. So let's talk about what happens when you go against the group. Here you are, you're trying to evolve, grow, and be a better version of yourself, and you're not just facing your own limiting beliefs, you're challenging the tribe. It's like there's this bucket of crabs, and if a crab tries to climb out of the bucket, The other crabs will pull it back in if it's trying to escape and rip off its arms and legs so that it won't escape. And this is what it's like when you try to leave the group. At least that's how your subconscious mind perceives it. Let's say you start eating clean and you're working out, and your friends say, you've changed. But the tone sounds more like a warning than a compliment. You focus on building your business, your partner starts picking fights to distract you. Maybe because deep down, your success makes them feel insecure or afraid that you're going to leave them. You becoming your best self is going to trigger those around you. Your subconscious mind will sabotage your success just to avoid rejection or judgment. Your subconscious mind does this because it's trying to protect you and keep you safe. Here's another thing you got to understand about your subconscious mind. It will do what it can to help you get your needs met, even if it's destroying you. Sometimes self-sabotage is the subconscious trying to get a need met in the only way that it knows how. Chronic illness, self-destructive behaviors, emotional outbursts, these all have a positive intended outcome, even though it doesn't look like it on the surface. Someone who is chronically ill might be getting the love and attention they desperately are seeking and longing for, and it's the only way the subconscious mind is able to get it for them. When they're sick, think about it. The people in their life are paying attention to them. A partner who doesn't feel seen or heard might have emotional outbursts because it's the only way their subconscious mind has learned to get them attention. It doesn't matter if it's good attention or bad attention, it's just attention. Overeating. Overeating is a deeper subconscious wound of trying to take in the love that was never there by a mother. So the person will eat and eat and eat, trying to fill the void where love should have been. So ask yourself, what good thing comes to you from your self-sabotaging behavior? Share it in the comments. I know you all are like, what can we do about this? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Your subconscious mind isn't the enemy. We just got to make that clear. It's doing the best it can to keep you safe, and it loves you very much. But it's running on outdated programming. You're running off programming you download in the first 7 years of your life. Think about it. It's like running the latest iPhone or Android, only it's operating off the original operating system that the first phone was made on. Things are going to mess up if you try to use the phone. It's just not going to work. It's going to be clunky. Things are going to break. Apps are going to crash. The same thing's happening to you, and you see that you're self-sabotaging. The goal here is to align your conscious and your subconscious mind together to teach your subconscious that love, success, peace, and abundance are all safe. As I mentioned earlier, your subconscious mind only cares about keeping you alive. It cares about the quantity of your life, how long you live. Your conscious mind cares about the quality of your life. Do you wake up excited about your business and to start your day? Are you married to somebody who inspires you to grow and become a better person? Are you creating something meaningful with your life? Self-sabotage happens when your conscious desires and your subconscious programmings are just not in agreement. And that's what makes it feel like you're fighting against yourself. So to change this, you need to update the subconscious programming. It might even mean breaking away from your old tribe and finding a new one, a tribe that is more aligned with the version of you want to become. But the very first step to all of this is you have to become conscious of your unconscious behavior. You can't change anything unless you are aware of what needs to be changed. And here's the truth. You can do a lot of journaling, affirmations, positive self-talk, visualizations, and repetitions. But if you're not getting results, it's likely because there is a deeper, quarantined, subconscious belief locked in your mind that won't change through repetition and conscious thinking alone. It's a protected belief that is keeping you safe, and until you get to it and reprogram it with a skilled professional, it's going to keep sabotaging your efforts. If you're ready to get to the root cause of what's keeping you stuck and reprogram those limiting beliefs, then let's talk. So in the description below is a link for a complimentary 15-minute Zoom call with me, because together we can eliminate subconscious self-sabotage.